Claire once believed her marriage was a fortress, 15 years of shared history with Mark. But fortresses can be cold, and theirs had become silent, routine. Mark left for work at 7:30, returned at 6, and dinner was mostly the sound of forks on plates. They talked about bills, the leaky faucet, the neighbor's dog, but never about themselves. The emotional distance crept in so slowly Claire barely noticed until one day she looked across the table and saw a stranger. She felt a loneliness only possible when sitting beside someone you once loved. Was this what marriage became? A safe, hollow partnership? She tried to bridge the gap, suggested trips, deeper conversations, but Mark always deflected. It was like tossing a pebble into a well and never hearing it land. The lack of response was its own answer. Their connection was buried under years of silence. Claire convinced herself this was normal, that boring was safe, predictable, better than chaos. She told herself many couples lived like this. But beneath the calm surface, Mark was building a bomb, one that would soon explode in her hands. The fortress wasn't protecting her, it was trapping her. She had no idea her world was about to be shattered. Sometimes, the quietest rooms hide the loudest secrets. And Claire was about to hear them all. While Claire endured the silence, Mark lived a double life, one of secret calls and hotel rooms with Vanessa. He didn't just want a divorce, he wanted to be the victim, not the villain. Mark needed Claire to take the fall so he could walk away with sympathy and a clean conscience. He devised a plan. Orchestrate a betrayal that would leave Claire blamed and isolated. Enter Daniel, a lonely colleague, perfect for Mark's scheme. Mark would push Claire and Daniel together, stage managing every step. He saw Daniel not as a friend, but as a tool. Mark was the puppet master, engineering a betrayal with chilling precision. His goal: a new life with Vanessa, built on the ruins of Claire's reputation. Mark began his manipulation by talking up Daniel at home, a lonely, misunderstood man. He invited Daniel over, left Claire alone with him, and watched as they connected. Daniel listened, asked about her life, everything Mark hadn't done in years. Mark encouraged their friendship, even suggesting they meet for coffee. Claire, starved for connection, found herself drawn to Daniel. She told herself it was harmless, but the lines blurred with every conversation. Mark had set the perfect trap, and Claire walked right in. The friendship deepened into an affair. Not wild, but a quiet slide into intimacy. Claire felt guilt and exhilaration, alive for the first time in years. She never imagined betraying her vows, but Mark had engineered the perfect storm. He isolated her, starved her of affection, then handed her temptation. All the while, he played the supportive husband. Claire was the unwitting accomplice in her own undoing. Mark discovered the affair, playing the heartbroken husband to perfection. Shock, anger, sorrow. He performed them all, never letting Claire explain. The divorce was swift and brutal. Mark controlled the narrative. Friends believed his story. He was the devoted husband, Claire the unfaithful wife. Claire lost everything: her marriage, her home, her reputation. She became an outcast, weighed down by shame. Mark remarried Vanessa within 6 months. Their friends applauded his new beginning, never questioning the speed. Mark had his clean exit, his new life, and everyone's sympathy. Claire was left to pick up the pieces, alone. The villain in a story she never wrote. Sometimes the greatest betrayals are perfectly staged. Years later, Claire rebuilt her life in quiet solitude, scarred but surviving. She never returned to her old world. That life felt like someone else's story. Meanwhile, cracks appeared in Mark and Vanessa's perfect marriage. Mark's need for control and emotional distance resurfaced. During an argument, he let slip a clue about his first marriage. Vanessa, suspicious, dug for the truth and found Daniel. Daniel confessed everything: how Mark had orchestrated the affair. Vanessa realized her marriage was built on lies. She left Mark, taking the children. Mark was left alone, his perfect life in ruins. Claire never learned of his downfall. She didn't need to. Her survival was victory enough. Sometimes betrayal is not a mistake, but a weapon, carefully crafted, devastatingly effective.